The Cape Independence Advocacy Group has come under fire after announcing plans to meet with the officials from the Trump administration in April. The group, which campaigns for the secession of the Western Cape from South Africa, says the visit aims to secure funding, diplomatic backing, and international recognition for an independent Cape. Speaking to the citizens, leader Phil Craig outlined the delegation's key objectives, raising awareness about Cape independence, securing financial support, and urging the U.S. to pressure the Western Cape government into holding a referendum on the issue. The group plans to organize a private referendum and said we anticipate a very positive reception in the U.S., adding that the discussions would also address broader challenges faced by South Africans under the current government. The trip follows a similar visits to Washington by AfriForum, Solidarity, and Democratic Alliance, raising concerns about the growing trend of South African organizations engaging directly with U.S. policymakers. The African Transformation Movement, ATM, has strongly condemned the CIAG's actions, accusing it of undermining South Africa's sovereignty. ATM spokesperson Zama Jona described the group's efforts as an attempt to sell the Western Cape to Trump and reverse the democratic progress made by liberation movements across Africa. Jona said this is an indication that certain individuals in South Africa have abandoned the pursuit of social cohesion. They are clearly comfortable with colonialism and want a second colonization. He further questioned Craig's involvement in South African affairs, pointing out that CIAG leader holds British citizenship and said we have been saying this. His South African citizenship should be revoked because he is causing instability in the country. Sanit Solomon, a political analyst from the University of Free State, warned that these visits to the US are far from innocent. She noted an increase in such diplomatic engagements by independent groups, many of which operate outside official government channels, and said the CIA, like Solidarity and others, is exploiting strained U.S.-South Africa relations to push its agenda. This is highly problematic as they are attempting to create parallel diplomatic structures outside South Africa's formal diplomatic framework. She further argued that the CIA may be overestimating the willingness of the U.S. to intervene, given America's economic struggles and shifting foreign policy priorities, as that the U.S. is facing financial strain, a possible recession, and internal political challenges. It is unlikely to commit to supporting an unconstitutional breakaway movement. The CIAG's pushes for Cape independence remains a deeply polarizing issue, with critics labeling a reckless and divisive movement, while supporters see it as a necessary step towards self-governance. As the debate intensifies, the question remains, will international intervention bolster the movement, or will it further alienate it from the broader South African political landscape? Meanwhile, President Cyril Ramaphosa has expressed disapproval of the Cape Independence Advocacy Group's plan to visit the U.S. in their quest for Cape independence. The group informed Ramaphosa about its plan to meet U.S. officials in April to request diplomatic support to force Western Cape Premier Alan Winde to call a referendum on Cape independence. Briefing the media on Thursday, Presidency spokesperson Vincent Makwenya said Ramaphosa took a very strong dim view of CIAG's planned visit to seek secession and said our constitutional democracy that we forged in 1994 created a singular non-racial society that recognizes and protects our unity and diversity. From Messina to Cape Town, we are one democratic society that should never be allowed to fall under the chasm of race divides. He said it's important for the government to focus on strengthening unity among South Africans, and said given the organization's limited representation and lack of alignment with our constitutional values that prioritize social cohesion and equality, it is crucial for the leadership of government to focus on addressing pressing needs of all citizens through dialogue and policies that strengthen social solidarity. Makwenya further said that there's no part of our beautiful land that can be allowed to secede. The president cautions everyone to exercise his or her constitutional right, but to do so in the manner that does not undermine and subvert constitutional democracy in South Africa. We should all be actively engaged in building a better South Africa in the face of unpredictable geopolitical dynamics. What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more news.